They're witnessing history in the making, right? Look at everything that's happening. Just pay close attention. You'll see. Now you have this happening, right? So this is what the article is titled: CFTC withdraws advisory on crypto derivatives. Tell me that's not a barricade opening, a door opening, a flood is coming. Simple as that. The Commodities Future Trading Commission is revoking. They're taking it back. Everything that was negative, holding crypto back, holding DLT back, is being removed. If you believe that these companies aren't going to capitalize on this, I don't know what to tell you. They're going to. There's no way. While this door, there's no telling how long this doorway will be open. They have to ease their way or bully their way through the door, bust through the door, whatever, and make it count while they can. Simple as that. While these opportunities are here. But let me continue on reading this. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission is revoking an advisory requiring strict review of new virtual asset derivatives, financial instruments that derive their value from an underlying cryptocurrency, allowing investors to speculate on price movements without directly owning the asset. In a statement, let me scroll down, bear with me. In a statement, the regulatory agency says that its Division of Market Oversight, DMO, and Division of Clearing and Risk decided to withdraw CFTC Staff Advisory number 18-14, advisory with respect to virtual currency derivative product listings, effective immediately. This is huge. This is major. Golden age. You thought I was kidding? I don't joke around. No, I crack jokes, but I mean, everything I say, I mean in seriousness, all seriousness. Golden age is coming. Every regulatory body is removing the hurdles for crypto. Everyone's going to capitalize on crypto, not financial advice. Retail is going to be there. And even more retail is going to come if that's your concern. But my concern, people like me, we know the businesses are coming. Small, medium size, the large businesses, banks are coming. Nations are coming. It's playtime. And everyone knows it. It's playtime. That they're not doing this for retail. Let's just make that clear. Although investors and retail, they're going to throw those nomenclatures in there. Sure. They want to appease the people. Sure, they're going to do that. This is for the big money people. I'm telling you right now, this is for the businesses. This is for the banks. That's why we saw the other thing happen the other day. Who was it? The FDIC. One after another. SEC does some positive things. Then the FDIC came out, did some positive things. They reneged or they revoked certain things they were doing that were negative towards crypto. Now you have this here, the CFTC. Pay attention to how it's back to back to back, one after another. All of this happening within 1 week. All of them having these activities within 1 week. Let me ask you a question. Why are they moving so fast? Huh? Do you perceive that they're doing this without a catalyst? Without a cause? All of these effects with no cause? Of course not. Of course not. We're much more erudite than that, right? Much more wise than that. Let's scroll down. Let's see a little bit more. The DMO and the DCR originally issued the advisory on May 21st, 2018. This is when, look how long ago they started that negative, but it doesn't matter anymore. It's inconsequential. To provide guidance on enhanced standards. I'm not even concerned with that. Let's scroll a little bit further. There's no reason to look back. I can't move forward looking back constantly. No, I need to focus on what's at hand, what's in front of us. And let's move forward powerfully. No need to look back right now. It says here, quote, in light of the risk discussed above, staff highlights certain key areas that require particular attention in the context of listing a new virtual currency derivatives contract pursuant to Commission Regulation 40-40.2 or 40.3. The topics are enhanced market surveillance, coordination with CFTC staff, large trader reporting, outreach to stakeholders, and DCO risk management. And then they go a little bit deeper into that. Okay, so I want to jump to this next thing here. A lot of major things happening in crypto right now. Then check this out. You know what's interesting? I don't know if it was yesterday's video, which, by the way, if you didn't see that members only video, go watch that members only video. Watch it all the way through. All the way through. I was talking about yesterday, and I think it was the regular subscriber video, I'm pretty sure. The coming together of all of these bank coin companies. Now, I know a lot of people are they don't consider Ethereum a bank coin company, but there's aspects of Ethereum that used to be, they used to be into the CBDC game. They were competition, like Consensus. I don't know what's going on with Consensus now, or if they even still exist. But if they do, it's time to play. But anyway, all of these different types of companies are going to be coming together. They see the opportunity. They see the dominance that they can have together. See, they can dominate individually for sure, but together they leave no stone unturned. This article is titled Ethereum Compatible XRP Ledger Sidechain now live on testnet. They're moving at breakneck speeds. Why? All of this activity now. Why? And it goes right along with why the positive attitude about crypto all of a sudden. There could be resistance for sure. They've done it before. They've done it before with certain entities in leadership positions, just like now. They resisted before. So that's inconsequential. That cannot be the only catalyst. That cannot be the major catalyst. Well, the environment, the political environment's changed. That cannot be the catalyst because before they resisted. So what is it now? I think one of the most, it's not the only, the most logical conclusion to draw is that their systems, which are on the verge of collapse. Have you looked at what's going on with the banks lately? The statements they themselves are making? They're much, how can I say this? They lack a resplendence that's mind-blowing. Like their systems, they're doing very badly. That's all that's the best way I could put it. They come to a point they literally need the technology, which I told people that was coming. I saw that 2-3 years ago because they were not making the improvements they needed to make. And now it's to the point where they have to put this rush in. They have to adopt the technologies. That's why now. So they put their money, they put everything behind, their influence behind the push to unleash DLT, the savior of the financial industries. And to a further extent, they're hoping it does something wonderful for the world, really. You know, of course, those who are in position to benefit. And I know some would go against that and say, well, no, they don't want to help the world. I don't mean it in that way. But I mean, as far as the so-called powers of the world and their position, that's what they're hoping to help. Because right now, their ship is sinking. There's no other way to put it. Blockchain development firm PeerSys Technology has announced that a testnet version of an Ethereum-compatible sidechain for the XRP ledger is now officially live. The company says that the milestone has been completed. In collaboration with RippleX, the development arm of Ripple, Web3 interoperability platform, isn't it supposed to be Axelar? It says Alexar. Is that a typo here? Am I tripping people? It's supposed to be Axelar. Maybe I'm wrong. It says Alexar. I'm going to read it how they wrote it. Alexar Network, okay? And blockchain science firm, common prefix. Make sure you look this stuff up for yourself in case that was a typo, okay? I'm letting you know. The first of its kind sidechain aims to unlock the potential of decentralized finance on XRPL. It uses Ripple-linked XRP. Right. Cryptocurrency as its native token. Everybody wants in on XRPL. I'm telling you, keep an eye on it. There's too many players involved, big time players involved that want to make a huge amount of capital off of XRP and use it in their own ways. At some point, is there going to be a scramble over XRP? Not for retail. I mean, with the companies and how they utilize it in the technology. People believe there's this huge amount of XRP, and by numbers, sure, it looks that way. But that means nothing to companies who have countless millions upon millions, some even billions of dollars to work with and play with, then the number of XRP means nothing for them to acquire, to use for their own devices. We shall see. I mean, you have SBI out there trying to figure it out, how to capitalize on it. South Korea loves XRP. A bunch of banks in Australia, a bunch of banks in Europe, a bunch of banks, apparently a bunch of banks in United States, a bunch of banks in Latin America. Okay, so we'll see. And we're going to see what's firm, you know, who's going to be releasing information on how they're using the technology. Because, yeah, you can have a partnership, and does that guarantee that that technology is going to be at the forefront? It may promise that it's going to be utilized to a degree, but we've seen it before where there's these conglomerations where they'll bring in 2-3 companies and combine them all together. So we have to wait and see if that's going to happen as well, which I think is one thing they're trying to circumvent with the combination of, you have, once again, Ripple, Cardano, Hedera, right? I think that they're doing that preemptively so that when they go to companies, we don't see a situation like what we saw in Africa. I can't remember which bank it was or which country it was, but we saw this in, I think, 2023. Who was it? I think it was a bank. Stellar was working. Was it Stellar? One of these Bankcoin companies was working with a bank. No, it wasn't Stellar. I think it was Consensus. Yeah, I think it was Consensus. We were just talking about Ethereum, and they weren't satisfied with how Consensus was running things or the mechanisms. I'm not sure. They brought in R3. So it's not that they abandoned whatever Bankcoin company it was. I think it was Consensus, but they combined the technologies with R3 and they're running it all together. And since that time, I haven't heard an update on that since that time, but it sticks in my mind. And we had preemptively estimated that was a possibility of the combination of all of these different companies or different technologies for different things. This one specializes at this and that one specializes at that. So let's use this one for this and that one for that. Makes perfect sense to me. So now let's move on from there. My apologies. I'm trying to be as what do you call it? I'm so tired today. I'm still going to work anyway. I like to do this, so I'm going to do this anyway. But it was a long day for sure. A lot of running around today. So my mind is just a wee bit tired, a little bit tired. So eloquent. How could I forget? I've used that word so many times in this channel. That's how you know I'm tired, when I forget the word. I might not be so eloquent today. What are these ads they're showing me? What? It's showing me what kind of ad? 72-hour whole body deodorant wash. There's another ad popping up. What is a crypto basic? What's going on? And now these are so random. That's how you know I don't allow cookies on my computer. Cookies are what they use to track you and find out what you like. So then they could do this targeted advertising. Now it's just like a random gambling ad. I've never gambled in my life. And no, crypto is not gambling at all whatsoever. I've never gambled in my life. I don't do that kind of thing. It's not my way. I walk my way, you walk yours. You know what I mean? To each his own. But I don't do that. So that's just interesting that's the ad that popped up. Okay, yeah, I know. Get back to the crypto. Now, we have a little bit more things happening. Look at this. Everybody's scrambling. Grayscale moves to convert XRP and Bitcoin large cap fund into publicly traded ETF. I don't know why I just got loud like that. I'm like naturally. You ever just naturally flow? I'm just naturally flowing. Nothing is forced. Literally. If there's a flow of life, I'm just floating through the flow of life. But I'm observing myself constantly. I was like, wait, why did I just get loud like that? It's my natural expression there. Anyway, we're having all types of conversations today, aren't we? Multi-billion-dollar asset manager Grayscale has filed with the U.S. SEC to convert its digital large cap fund into a publicly available exchange traded fund. Currently, wait. Why does it do that sometimes? These websites are giving me a hard time. Maybe it's just me? Currently, the digital large cap fund is a private offering only accredited investors can access through private placement. However, Grayscale's latest Form S-3 registration statement takes to transform this fund into an ETF. All right, go ahead, Grayscale. It says making it accessible to everyday investors on public exchanges. Details of the filing. Grayscale's DLC holds top crypto assets by market capitalization, including Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana. Grayscale's funny. They were like, let's pick all winners. Like, we're not taking any chances. Every single one of these picks, not financial advice, in my humble opinion, every single one of these picks is going to explode in the future. Majorly. They know what they're doing. They weren't taking any chances. That's funny to me. I like to take a little bit of chance. There's a lot of utility coins, bank coins, etc., that are very powerful that almost no one speaks about, and they have great potential. I guess Grayscale's like, we want 100%, a 100% win rate. The shares will list on the NYSE ARCA under the symbol CDLC. I read that wrong. No, it's not that I read it wrong, but why is that G? That the line on the G looks so small. What kind of font is this? I know you're like, Mick, there's a lot of complaining today, Mick. I'm just flowing. Let me flow. But it's true. That line on there, it looked like a C from a distance here. It looks like a C. You're like, Mick, get some glasses, Mick. What? That's how you know when someone doesn't have an argument to make. They just reply with, what? It sounds like they have an argument to make in retort, but they really don't. They will be issued continuously. All right, we're going to stop right there with that one. Let's go here. I have a bunch of articles. I always have a bunch of articles. Just sometimes if I'm in the flow, I found it seems like people enjoy it better if I typically have like 2 or 3 articles lately. Look, you can see that through the numbers, and just really just dive deep with my thoughts. Just give all my thoughts on like 2 to 3 articles instead of like 6 or 7 like I used to do. So that's what I've been typically doing. I observe and I try to adjust to give the people what it is showing that they want by the data. But today, since I'm tired, we're going through a few different articles here. Wait, now I have 3 Bitcoin articles. This one, we'll start off with this one because I like this. I need something to really wake me up. And I like excitement. Bitcoin price is gearing up for next leg of acceleration phase, quote unquote. This is coming from Fidelity Research. All right. So let's find out what they have to say. Research from Fidelity Digital Assets suggests that the Bitcoin bull market is not done yet, as the quote acceleration cycle, unquote, has yet to produce a blow off top. You know what I'm going to say? Huh? You know? I agree with them that the bull market is not done yet. You should know that. That's what I believe. That is going to explode maybe even 2 more times before it's all said and done. It could be 2 or 3. I don't know, but I just know. But I'm not going by, it'll blow off top. No. Let's stick with what's solid. Let's stick with something that gives people an idea of why it's bullish. The catalyst. Simple as that. Every day, there's some new company or some new country or a new state or something. Every day, there's something going on with Bitcoin. Every day, you just got to look for it. You got to research. But if you have your Google where you get your news or your what's the Bing or whatever, Yahoo, if you have it set up where you're getting your crypto news, you're seeing this every day. There's a new catalyst or that particular catalyst is adding more fire or potency rather to what's already there every day. That's why the acceleration cycle is not over. That's why Bitcoin bull run, the crypto bull run, because let's be real, until utility takes over, and it will, in my humble opinion, to each his own if you disagree. But until utility takes over, Bitcoin's leading the way. And when Bitcoin goes up, everything else is going up with it. And I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. You know where I got that from? Because some people are like, Mick, you always say that. Every once in a while, you're like, I like it a lot. It was Jim Carrey. What movie he did it in? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. When I was younger, I used to watch all those Jim Carrey movies. Jim Carrey is one of the absolute best natural funny people ever on the face of the planet, ever, period. Naturally. You could tell. There's only a few I've ever seen that are just naturally funny. Like things that they do, it's not even jokes that they say. The way they behave is funny. Jim Carrey is one, Martin Lawrence number two. They just naturally funny. But I like it a lot. I think it came from the movie Dumb and Dumber, I believe. Classic Jim Carrey movies. If you want a good time, you want to just laugh, hilarious, I'm gonna give you just a few. One, and people don't talk about it a lot. It's a travesty that they don't. Cable Guy. Cable Guy is a classic, although the character was a little bit crazy. Cable Guy. One, Dumb and Dumber, the original. Two, that's number two. Great. Those two right there. And most people have seen The Mask. I'm thinking about maybe one that people are not so aware of. Man, you know what? I can't think of it right now. I don't have enough time. Got to get to this Bitcoin news, the rest of it. But anyway, just for a good old feel-good time, because I know I got a lot of younger people here may not have seen these movies. The Mask, part one, great. And Ace Ventura also, part one. They're just funny, just a feel-good time, all right? All right, so now somebody out there went old school. They went real old school. They were like, what about the movie, Mick? What about the movie where Jim was a vampire? Oh, you know? Oh, you know about that? Oh, there's somebody out there who's a movie connoisseur. Don't get to talking too much. We might have to hang out. We might have to hang out. Right. A recent Fidelity Digital Assets report questioned whether Bitcoin's price had already seen its cyclical, quote, what happened to my voice? It was like, quote, my voice broke. Hold up. Get masculine real quick. Hold on. A cyclical blow off top. That's too much. Cyclical blow off top, unquote. You see, I brought the masculinity right back. Yeah. Got the deep voice right back. Or if Bitcoin is on the cusp of another, quote, acceleration phase, unquote. Yes, folks, when I'm tired, that's when the comedy comes out of me, the little jokes. I just want to have a good time. When I get tired, I just want to have a good time. That's how I am when I get tired. Some people get grouchy when they become tired. I'm just not like that. I become more, I don't know how to phrase it. I just like to have a good time. All right. So now, this is good. Let's end off with this one here. Okay. All right. Not every video is going to be like this. So don't be like, oh, Mick, you're joking around too much in this video today, man. I don't like it. Next video is going to be something different. I'm probably going to be well rested. We'll get back to the regular way the videos are. So bear with me. We're people. Let's just be people. Respect each other as people. I know your flow one day to the next is going to be different. I'm like that as well. U.S. policy proposal calls on Treasury to issue $2 trillion in Bitcoin enhanced bonds to offset debt, fund strategic reserve. Now, you probably thought I was talking before, didn't you? Like I was just talking and it wasn't anything significant when I said that every day there's something happening with Bitcoin positively. No, I wasn't. Like I said, I may crack a few jokes, but everything I say with the utmost seriousness. Here's another example of this. Look at this. Proposed Bitcoin bonds could offer retail-friendly investment to cut national debt without tax hikes. We shall see. According to a policy framework published by the Bitcoin Policy Institute, the U.S. Treasury could potentially allocate $200 billion to Bitcoin. It's not a guarantee, though, right? Purchases through a proposed $2 trillion issuance of, quote, Bitcoin enhanced Treasury bonds. The bond structure labeled B bonds is designed to refinance a portion of the $14 trillion in federal debt maturing over the next 3 years. Each bond would allocate 90% of proceeds to conventional government financing and 10% toward Bitcoin acquisition, enabling the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve without requiring direct taxpayer funding. Bitcoin has a lot of positive things going on for it, man. Crypto golden age is almost here. The door's opening a little bit wider every single day. Now, I'll say this, and we're going to close out with this. I just have this little thought because I see people talking about this a lot online. And it's funny when it comes to comedy shows. And I've seen my fair share throughout my lifetime. People are like SNL. SNL used to be great, in my humble opinion. Used to be great. But wait, there was a greater show. And yes, I'm going to go there. What was that show that used to come on? Mad TV. So here's how the hierarchy, in my opinion, goes. You let me know. SNL at the bottom. Mad TV was right here in the middle. I used to love watching Mad TV. But at the top, the best skit show, whatever you call that, of all time, In Living Color. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.